Hello and welcome to the Queber channel. I'm Jason, your host. One of the reasons I do videos like this is so that people who don't understand or have a partner, a brother, a sister, a parent or someone or children that's autistic or bipolar or ADHD or something on the Neuro Divergent type thing can have a little window into the world. This weekend I had a visitor. This visitor came to visit me for 4 days, from Thursday till Sunday morning. And it was wonderful. And it's someone I trust. It's one of the few people who I absolutely trust, and my brain doesn't see any problem with them, and therefore when they visit, it's wonderful. We got to do stuff like watch Mr. Robot. We ordered takeout. We went on adventures. We did things that I wouldn't do on my own. And I am always amazingly grateful for Brit Monkey when he comes visit. He's amazing. It also helps that he's also on the neurodivergent scale. In fact, we spend a lot of our time when he's here laughing and giggling and making fun of each of our problems. Because you'll find that one of the interesting things is, even though we're both autistic and they're very, very different. Very different. The way his life is, the way mine is, the way it affects him. For one thing, he can go to work. I mean, I'm amazed. He can do work and stuff like that. He's got his specific skill set and that he can. So that's always amazing me. But this weekend, the fallout from this weekend, even though I don't regret it at all, and I will do it again and again anytime one of my friends wants to come visit, is it's a total drain of the mental bandwidth that a neurodivergent person has. Just getting everybody, whether you're neurotypical or neurodivergent, has a certain amount of bandwidth per day. Now the thing is, the things that affect a autistic person or someone on the scale of all that and a normal person are different. Like, the best way to think of it for a neurotypical is, let's say you go to work, you're doing an office job or a non-manual job of some kind, and you're working through numbers and you're working through that, and you're working all day and nobody's giving you a second to rest. Physically, you haven't done much. Physically, you're not thinking, but by the end of the day, you just want to fucking sit down and just veg out, get some pizza, and you don't want to make any food. You don't want to think, you just want to watch an old film or something, or eat some ice cream, or just veg out, do whatever low intelligent thing. You don't want to put your mind to anything. You totally want to. Well, for a neurodivergent person, they can be at that point within an hour or less of waking up, depending on how the day is for them, depending on how the world is interacting with them. Just the fact of waking up, if they manage to sleep at all, and getting out of bed and having a wash and remembering to change their clothes and brush their teeth. That's it. That can be the entire energy for the day gone. It's gone. Just going to the bathroom or remembering to go to the bathroom can take their entire day's worth of energy. Your entire day as a neurotypical's day of work is less effort than their just getting up and going to the bathroom. Not even brushing their teeth or making sure their hair's okay or anything like that. Just a single thing can take them to that level. And every part of their day has to be full of coping strategies to allow them to exist in this world that they've got to work with. And whether they work or not, it's all work. From the moment I wake up to the moment I go to bed, I am working on trying to remain independent, working on trying to remember to have food, to drink, to if there's something I've got to do, like check my email, or got to remember to order a prescription for medication, if I've got to go out in the backyard and get the dog's poo up. Every single thing I do, I have to create coping strategies to get me to do those things. None of it is normally an automatic thing. It's not about being lazy. It's in no way. Neurodivergent people are not lazy. They are the most hard-working people you will ever meet, because every single thing they do takes effort. The hardest thing you as a neurotypical do during the day, the most heavy lifting work, whatever it is you do in your job that uses up your most mental energy they use up the same amount just getting out of bed, just going to the bathroom, just remembering to brush their teeth, just trying to remember the date, or remembering where different things are in the house. That's the difference. When I say that a neurodivergent person works harder than pretty much the hardest workman out there, that is why. And believe me, no neurodivergent person likes it. We can have days where we've got no energy at all and we can't even get out of bed. Meeting people, meeting another human being, having to talk to another human being can totally wear us out. Going in a place where there's loud noises can totally wear us out. When we try to process what's going on around us, leaving our safe space can completely drain us. This is why they say, if you want to connect with someone who's like, try to meet them in their safe space, with their permission, of course. Don't try to drag them out of their safe space into your world. I know that can be hard, but remember, this weekend, this 4 days of the weekend and before the weekend, was with someone who's visited here before, who I know well, who I trust completely, and my brain has none of the panic triggers and that above the normal. And still, I am it's Wednesday at 3:30 p.m. and I spent like almost 3 hours this morning just staring catatonically at a wall, and then I went back to bed to try and recover some energy. I don't regret it. It's wonderful that I had some visits and that, but like I say, it will take a week for me to get over it. And you taking someone, I remember when one day I went to look at a car shop, and I was messed up for the entire week after that. So this is why it's very, very hard, and understandably hard, for a neurotypical person to understand what the person is going through. Imagine if you've got the worst cold and flu symptoms and you're achy and everything. But imagine that weakness as a mental effect. And you'll understand why autistic people and that like to be in their safe space with their computers and with the things around them. Because everything else can wreck them. and things that you wouldn't imagine will wreck them. This is Jason for the Queber channel. I hope you're all having a good day.